everybody, I'm still checking out Audio Advice Live, and I found myself over in the KEF room, and they've got a lot of their best stuff on display, and there's a good bit that I'm going to be showing you, but we'll be starting off here talking about the LS series, which now has 3 products in it. This is the famous wireless or active or powered product, however you may know it by, and famous for good reason, because what it can do with a self-contained unit in 3 different sizes is really impressive. And Ben is joining me from KEF. He is the resident expert on the LS series, so how about we let him tell us why this is such an interesting product line and a little bit about each one and what the right fit is for the right person with each of these. Ben?
Yeah, absolutely.
All you?
So, yeah, awesome. The LS Active Wireless family comes, as mentioned, comes in 3 sizes. We've got the entry level, the smaller LSX2 right here, moving up to the LS50 Wireless 2, and then we have the LS60 Wireless, which we have here in the wonderful Racing Green Lotus edition.
Which looks amazing in person.
So all 3 of them, they do follow the same effective kind of platform. They're all active, so each of them actually has separate amplifiers for each drive unit type all the way through, starting at 70 watt and 30 watt in here in the LSX2, 100 watt for the tweeter, 280 watt for the bass driver in the LS50 Wireless 2, and 100 watt for the tweeter, 100 watt for the mid-range, and 500 watt for the bass drivers over in the LS60. So real big kind of increase in power corresponds to increased performance as you go up as well. The LS60 and the LS50 also have the metamaterial on board as well, using the latest 12th generation of a UniQ. But the LSX is very much the one where this is great for even use as a sound bar, whether you want to use sort of desktop or smaller room, or you can even put them into a larger room as well, help supplement them with a subwoofer if you wanted, because they do have a subwoofer output, USB-C input as well. So for those people that even kind of doing mixing and mastering, in a little home studio kind of thing, off of Logic or Pro Tools or etc. off a laptop, just a really nice little all-in-one system. It could be your first or your last hi-fi system in many ways. The LS50 Wireless 2, larger driver, larger cabinet, a little bit chunkier bass, gets down a little bit nice and deep, but with the more advanced UniQ as well, the treble and the detail and the mid-range really comes out even wider, larger soundstage. And then top of the tree with the LS60. This is the absolute best of what we're doing at the moment with the active speakers, essentially based very much on the Blade. If you look at the driver arrangement,
they kind of look like a mini Blade.
A lot of people call them baby blades. So we are using the single apparent source technology, where we have the 4 bass drivers arranged around the UniQ so that everything effectively comes from a single point. And in terms of actives, I have never heard anything that images like these do.
The imaging, when you were playing them for me, and I gotta tell you, the imaging was stellar, which is generally something we would expect in part from a concentric driver, but further than just that, like it is really, really good.
I mean, there are some tracks that I play. For example, there's this great track by, it's a reimagination of a Ludovico Einaudi track by Mercan Dede called Drop. And I swear with Blades, with the LS60s, that I'm actually getting some sounds almost 90 degrees to my listening position. Just the way that it expands into the room as well is just so immersive and just awesome.
Spatial quality, but from stereo, which is always, when you achieve that, it's like, you got something good.
Oh yeah. And I'm a big soundstage guy.
Me too.
And yeah, it's just the way that great hi-fi is, it's not about listening to recordings, it's about experiencing performances, and a great soundstage is so important for that.
For me, soundstage and imaging, because imaging is like that feeling of just it really transcending being just 2 speakers.
Absolutely. Now the thing that's really, one of the really nice things about all 3 of them as well is, we know that not everybody's going to rearrange their living room around their hi-fi system.
Right.
When I lived in Hong Kong, that tiny little apartment, right? My speakers were not going in the best places. they were going where they damn well fit. So thankfully we do UniQ, because I was a lot closer to one speaker than the other, and one speaker was higher up, and I'm probably going to get slaughtered by the audiophile community saying this, but it just worked, thanks to UniQ. But with these, we can also tell them a little bit of how you've placed them in the room. So how far from the wall behind are they? If they're on a stand or on a desk. So if they're on a desk, how far from the front of the desk are they? How big is the room? That kind of thing. So very, very nice and easy, very simple. So anybody can do it. You don't have to have an advanced degree in acoustics to get the best out of how you've placed these speakers in your room.
That's awesome, man. The thing that I really like about these, and really just the whole concept of an active speaker that's very purpose-built, is I really think this kind of stuff is the future. I really do. And some people hear that and they go, oh, well, it's never going to beat my 30-watt Class A amplifier on a classic design. And it's like, and I get where those folks are coming from, I do. But like, let's face it, in 2023, digital has, or at least has begun to arrive.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. And with this product range, we didn't want to kind of reinvent how people are accessing music.
Yeah.
Because people, they know how to get onto their Bluetooth. They know how to, they love using the Spotify interface, so on and so forth. So we wanted to try and make a product range which was easy to integrate into how somebody already accesses music, but taking that experience up to 11 to slightly misquote a certain film. But yeah, I mean, it's so easy to use. The idea is you could have these up and running in 5 minutes playing high-res audio if you wanted, or have them running as a soundbar, or hook up a CD player into them, hook up a turntable into them if you wanted. Essentially anything that you might want to connect into them, chances are you're probably going to be able to do it. So we want people to easily get high performance audio into their daily life, as simply as possible.
And guys, I can tell you this, having been here, now that I don't really sell products anymore, rather I just like telling you what I think I would buy, what would get my money. And I think just about anything from this line, LSX on my desk, this in a smaller room, this in my living room, I could really enjoy that. So take it as being an objective point that there's something very special here. Because I've seen a lot of stuff at this show, but I'm really enjoying this. Ben, thanks so much.
Thank you very much, Luke.
All right, guys, we still got a little bit more stuff to cover here at Audio Advice Live. It's been a great show, so see you on the next video.